For this video, we are going to be playing our second game of Basic Battles Super Small Skirmishes, the Wood Elves versus the Empire. Ta-da! Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming. What you see before you is our 2-foot by 2-foot battle space with low-key battle mats set up. We have the Wood Elves versus the Empire in our Basic Battles Super Small Skirmishes. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain a few of the special rules we're going to be using in this scenario as we continue to play test this system. The first rule involves movement. We are going to be moving with 2d6 for our normal figurines. If they're going to be shooting, we will roll a 1d6, and if they're charging, they will get 3 inches plus a 1d6. One slight rules variation for this game is that I will be using a figurine on horseback. Now, instead of 2d6, we will give this guy 2d8 for movement. He doesn't have the ability to shoot, but if he wants to charge, it will be 4 inches plus 1d8. Same rules for shooting. Anything within 6 inches is short range, therefore we will have 1 attack die versus 1 defense die. However, if our figurine is outside of 6 inches up to 12 inches, the defender will get 2 defense die. Anything over 12 inches is considered out of range. One additional rules variation I want to try is this. In each turn we will activate 2 figurines, but we will go through the phases one at a time. So we will begin with the first figurine, go through the movement phase, there is no shooting phase, and if he goes into combat, we will do combat. Then we activate our second figurine. He goes through the movement phase, the shooting phase, and then the combat phase, and that is where that turn will end. We will pass it on to the next person. So once again, here's the setup. We're going to be using a 2-foot by 2-foot space, and we've already got deployment set up. The Empire on this side has 2 regular guys over here on the left, along with a guy on horseback. We have 3 archers here now that have ranged attacks. On the other side, we have our Wood Elves. We have a Glade Guard who is an archer, along with a Dryad over here. And on this side, we have 2 more Glade Guards with 2 more Dryads. So total 6 figurines on both sides, and we have 3 of them. Half of them on each side are going to be ranged figurines, and each of them is going to have 2 wounds total. With all that said, let's go ahead and roll for initiative now. We've got the Empire using the red die, and we have the Wood Elves using the blue. So here we go, 17-4. It will be the Wood Elves beginning. Let's begin the activations by running up our Glade Guard. This guy here and this guy as well. Let's start with the guy on the left, 2d6 for movement. 10 inches. Only 8 inches, but we have some nice cover there with that bush. Second Glade Guard, also 2d6. And 7 inches. Also stopping short for cover. Activation for the Empire. Let's start out with the cavalry. Here we go. 2d8, 6 inches. Second activation, let's go for this archer here. He seems like he's still too far away to shoot, even if he runs up. So let's go ahead and charge him up 2d6 inches. 4 inches only. Back to the Wood Elves now. Let's activate this Glade Guard up here and see if we can run him down 1d6 to get a shot off onto this guy on horseback. 1d6, we need a big roll here. 2 inches, no. And with 2 inches, we are still out of range, so we cannot fire. Let's activate that Dryad right next to him. 2d6 inches of movement. 6 inches. Time to activate these 2 guys down here. Let's just charge them up. 2d6 movement each, starting with the guy on the left. 7 inches. Next guy, a total of 6 inches. Right now we are in the game of positioning, so let's run up here to our guys up on top. We're going to move both of them 2d6. Guy on the left. 3 inches. And the guy on the right. 9 inches, much better. So we're going to play it a little bit safe there and put our guy behind that bush, and the other guy is just over the edge of those barrels, and that's where they will end their turn. These last two guys on the bottom, I don't know. It seems like they're not going to be able to be within shooting range. I'm just going to end up rolling 2d6 for both of them and moving them forward. Guy on the left, start out with him, 6 inches. $2d6 for the other guy as well, and he will be moving a total of 9 inches. Not a ton of cover here, so we'll have the second guy just kind of file in behind the leader, getting some cover behind him. So that'll bring us to the end of round 1. We have moved our guys up, but nobody has got any shots off yet, nobody in combat. So let's go ahead now and roll for initiative for round 2. And it's going to be 12-3. We're going to begin with the Wood Elves. Let's begin here by activating our 2 Glade Guard. We're going to have them roll 1 die and see if they can get some cover up here and take a shot off on these 2 guys running up the courtyard. First guy on the left, 1d6 of movement, 4 inches. So we will leave him there now, but firing off on that lead Empire Archer there, looks like it's going to be long range. Let's check it. So definitely in long range, but still in range. So 1d20 versus 2d20 defense. Attacking with a 5, 2 defenses, a 15 and a 10, so he misses. Glade Guard on the top is also going to do a 1d6 movement and shoot 1 inch. The question, however, is he in range? Let's check it out. 12 inches. Yes, he is. So it's still long range, 2d20 defense. Attacking for a 2, no, and a 7 and a 6, so they avoid both of those shots. So horrible shooting there for those guys. Let's go ahead and activate these 2 guys one at a time, and we're going to have them fan out and try to get some shots on these guys where they don't have cover. Starting with our lead guy here, 2 inches. Question now is, how is our line of sight from here over onto that guy? When we get down here and check, I would say it's a clean line of sight, no cover for that guy. So from here behind the cannon over to this guy, still long range, so he will get 2d20 as defense. Here comes the attack, and we've got a 6, 2 defense die, and it's an 18 and a 10, so no problem. He avoids that shot as well. Back on down here now, let's go to this other guy right here. He's also going to move 1d6 and try to shoot 5 inches. Well, that's a whole lot better than his buddy. Let's move him up 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put him right there. Firing off onto that guy. He's still going to get cover, but we are in close range at least. 1 attack die versus 2 defense. Here's the attack. It's a 1, natural 1. There might be a tie. No, 2 10s, so he misses as well. Running up with our Glade Guard. Let's go ahead and roll 1d6 and see if we can shoot. And it's a 5 inches. Wow, nice. Shooting here now from here over to our guy on the horseback. Long range attack. First attack die. It's a 2. Man, these guys are terrible. Defense dice. And we've got a 13 and a 6. So his shot misses as well. Dryad behind him. Let's activate this guy and run him up. A 2d6. 9 inches. I think we'll stop up short there and give him some cover behind that hedge. Back to the Empire activation. Let's go ahead and take our horseman. We're going to charge that Dryad right there. And that means we get a 1d8 plus 4 inches. Here we go. Let's roll high. 6, 10 inches. Yes, and 10 inches is more than enough. So there is our horseman charging into combat with this guy. That means he gets 2 attacks against the Wood Elf, 1 attack. 2 attacks. Now we need to roll high. A 7 and a 17. Coming to the defense roll of a 20, natural 20. So none of the attacks go through. He charges in, but the Wood Dryad is able to just pull himself aside as our horseman comes clomping through clumsily. Second activation, let's go ahead and activate our archer here and run him up 1d6. See if you can get a shot off onto that Glade Guard way up there. We're going to need to roll pretty well here. So here we go, 1d6, 1 inch. With respect to the narrative, we can say that he is so disheartened by seeing his captain fail his charge that he just stumbles ahead 1 inch. Over to the other side now, Wood Elf activation. Let's activate those 2 Dryads in the back. I'm wondering now, is it going to be possible to charge this archer here? I actually want to give it a try, so let's roll a 1d6 and add 3 to it and see what we do. We need a really high roll here to be successful. No! 1! In the rule book, I talk about a failed charge like this, that you roll your die, and then if you fail, you just move the number of inches on the die. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to change that, actually. So what you'll do on a failed charge is you will roll the number of inches on the die, plus you will roll whatever inches you get as a base when you charge. So 3 here plus 1 will be 4 inches. Let's move our guy 4 inches ahead. Not feeling very inspired. Let's have our second guy just move 2d6. 4 inches as well. Final 2 activations. Guy on the bottom, 2d6 movement, 5 inches. Other guy is actually going to attempt a charge. So here we go. 4 inches. No, he's going to miss that. So end of that round, and holy cow, things are looking crazy here. We have got guys scattered all over the place. This charge failed miserably. There have been a bunch of failed shots. It seems like we're starting to clump up now, but we are within range of shooting. Things are getting pretty dangerous. Some of the charging is going to happen pretty soon now as well. So this is going to be a huge initiative roll. Let's go ahead and roll it off. And it's going to be 16-12. It will be the Wood Elves again. First things first, Glade Guard is going to charge that guy on horseback. 6 inches, 10 total, no problem. All right, let's do combat here now. The Glade Guard, he's going to get 2 attacks. A 10 and a 5. Defense die of a 4. No! It's a 4. 2 attacks go through. So 2 attacks, a failed charge is met by a ferocious counterattack. 2 attacks is enough to take this guy out of commission. Feeling inspired, this Dryad is going to charge into this guy right here. 4 inches plus 4, 8. Two attacks, a 10 and a 7. We got 1 defense die, and 18. Nothing goes through. All right, this is getting wild. Empire coming back now. We're going to start with this guy, activate him, and he's going to charge up into that same Dryad. 5 inches, no problem, 9 total. He gets up here into base-to-base contact, giving him 2 attacks now. 19 and a 2. Defense roll of a 13, so 1 wound goes through. Let's see if this guy down here, he'll stay in place, and he'll take an attack as well. A 14. Defense roll is a 16. No! All right, from that combat, let's run over here then to this side. Let's go ahead and see if we can charge in with that Dryad. No, I tell you what, let's take a shot first with our Glade Guard there onto this archer. Short range and no cover. Here we go. Hitting on a 7. Can we defend against that? A 14, no problem. All right, let's do this. We're going to take this guy and charge him into the same archer. Don't roll a 1, don't roll a 1, don't roll a 1. 5, he gets it. Two Wood Elf attacks here now. We got a 1 and a 14. Not a great roll. Ah, natural 1. That means we have to re-roll these. 1 goes through. Is it 2? A 10 to a 5. Yes! 2 wounds. So with a 10 to a 5, 2 wounds are going to go through here, removing this guy from play. While things are not going well for the Empire, let's go ahead and we're going to countercharge here. This guy's going to charge on him. No need to roll. He is within 3 inches, so we will just put him into base-to-base contact. 2 Empire attacks, and we've got an 11 and a 6, defending with a natural 1. No! 2 wounds go through. Well, that's going to leave him a little vulnerable there, so let's take this guy. We're going to try to run him up and see if maybe we can get within range to take a shot off on him. 1d6 movement, because we're shooting 5 inches. All right, some cover behind that pillar, but the question is, how does the line of sight look onto that archer? Does he have cover or not? Let's check it out. Well, I like the look of that. It looks like a pretty clean shot, so no penalty for shooting. He does not have cover. But then I also forgot, we didn't check if it's the range yet. Is it in long range? No. Oh, he is just in long range, so he will get 2d20 defense die anyway because he is in long range. Empire attack die for a 9. Let's see, we had 2 defense die. And we got a 3 and 11, so he is going to miss. Back over now to the Wood Elves. I think we need to charge. This guy's going to try to charge into that guy who just shot. Here we go. Roll big, roll big, roll big. 5! And 8 inches will indeed be enough to get into combat. So here we are, 2 archers in hand-to-hand combat. This will be interesting. Wood Elf gets 2 attacks because he charged. A 1 and a 14. All right, defense die. A 14 as well. We re-roll those. A 12 to a 17. That means 1 wound goes through. All the remaining activations go to the Wood Elves. Let's start with this guy. We're going to move him up 1d6 and try to get a shot off. 3 inches. Okay, firing from here to here. We are in short range, so it is a normal 1 against 1 and 8 on the attack. Defense of 2. Last activation. It's worth a shot here. We're going to take this Dryad right here, and we're going to see if we can charge him up onto this guy. We need to roll big. 3. Is that going to be enough? 6 inches? No, it is not enough, so he's going to come up a bit short. And I'm sorry, I'm just thinking aloud here, but it seems like that's a little too much of an advantage for movement if you get your die roll and 3 inches. So maybe we should say this. If you fail your charge, you just move your regular 3 inches. That's a much better rule. Let's do that instead. So end of that round, things are not looking great for the Empire. They have lost 2 guys already. These guys both have a wound each. Over here, though, this guy, he's not doing so great. He's surrounded, but they're about to get attacked as well by that Glade Guard, and these guys are moving up. Let's go ahead and roll off for initiative for the next round. And it's going to be 20 to 9. The Empire is going to begin. First off, we're going to charge. We cannot miss. Well, now it's 3 archers in a combat. This is kind of crazy. 2 attacks for the Empire, and 8 and a 2. Not good. 19 as a defense, so none of those attacks go through. Second activation up on top. We're going to have this top guy for the Empire leave his combat with the Dryad and attack that Glade Guard. Dryad gets an attack of opportunity, 16, and a defense roll of an 18. No, he pulls out of combat, no problem. But this means he gets 2 attacks now, the guy who left, onto that Glade Guard. 2 attacks, here we go. And it's going to be at 5 and 11. Man, they like destroying that bush. The defense roll of a 3, no! 2 attacks goes through! So that was absolutely amazing, taking out that guy right now. 2 attacks go through, 2 wounds. Seeing what happens, this Druid right here is going to try, and Dryad is going to try to charge over to that guy. 1d6 plus 3, here we go, 3 inches, 6 inches, that's not going to be enough. Second activation, let's go ahead and roll 1d6 and move him up and take a shot on those guys on a combat, 2 inches. Checking for range now. It's going to be short range, so 1-on-1. Attacking die. A 2. That's terrible. A 2. It's a tie. We reroll both. And we got a 15 to a 17. No, the Empire is able to avoid the attack, even though he's in combat. Next activation, the Empire guy is going to stay in combat there with that Dryad. Hitting on a 9 and a defense of a 15, so it doesn't go through. Second attack, the guy on the left is going to be attacking the Glade Guard in the middle. 1-to-1 here. And we've got a 16 to a 6, so no, the attack does not go through. Glade Guard, last activation, coming back, and he's going to attack the guy on the left. A 20! No, a 20 defense for the Empire, so no, the Glade Guard does not successfully connect. End of that round, and things are heating up here. We have got some powerful attacks going on over here. We got a big cluster of guys here, and we've got some guys running over here to try and charge into them. What are we going to do? Oh, man, this is going to be a decisive roll. Let's roll off for initiative, and it's going to be an 8-2. The Empire is going to begin. Keep the momentum going here. Charge into him. Oh, 1 inch. Oh, no. That will not be enough, so he will simply move the base 3 inches on a failed charge. Let's keep the combat on the left going here. We're going to have the Empire attacking with a 13 to an 8. 1 wound goes through. That's enough to take him out. Now 2 wounds. Wood Elves countercharge. He can't miss into this guy. 2 attacks onto a 1 defense. 2 attacks. Here we go. 18 and a 16. Powerful attack. We're defending with a 15. No. 2 attacks. 2 wounds go through. He is out of commission. Second activation. We got to charge from here down to that guy. All right, we got to charge 3 inches plus 2, 5. That's not going to be enough. Empire coming back. This might be really stupid. We're going to activate this guy. He's going to charge here. He can't miss. Now, the other guy's going to get an attack of opportunity. If he connects, that guy is dead. Attack of opportunity from the Glade Guard. An 18. Oh, no. And a natural 1. That was a fitting end to this guy as he leaves combat. He is plowed over. Oh man, that seemed kind of dumb now in retrospect, but whatever. You know, this is basic battles, small skirmishes. You gotta take chances. We're gonna activate this guy in combat, attacking the Glade Guard. 1 attack, 1 defense. Here we go. And it's a 6 to a 6. It's a tie. Let's re-roll. And it's gonna be a 16 to a 10, causing 1 wound on the Glade Guard. Glade Guard immediately attacking back. And it's a 5 to a 7. Yes, the Glade Guard gets 1 attack through, but he only has 1 wound, so that's enough. Well, that was it for activations, and man, if things turn sides here now, we've got 3 of our Wood Elves left and only 1 of the Empire left. So let's go ahead and roll initiative for this round. This is probably going to be the last round here, and it is a 17 to a 9. The Empire is going to begin. Last remaining hope for the Empire. Let's charge 2. Is that enough to get us in? I don't think so. No, it is not, so we will move the base movement of 3 inches instead. And this is good night, Empire. This is where it ends. 3 guys, 3 activations. They are all going to charge. Let's start here with our Dryad here. He is going to not have any problems. He's going to get in. 2 attacks. And we're looking at an 18 and a 12. A defense roll of a natural 1. How fitting. A successful charge and attack there by that guy, leaving these 2 guys as well here on the battlefield. 3 of the Wood Elves remaining, only half their forces lost. What an incredible battle for them. Well, there you have it, folks. The conclusion of this game of basic battles, super small skirmishes. The Wood Elves were incredibly powerful, just ran over the Empire. Even though the Empire had an advantage with a man on horseback, the Wood Elves proved just too strong for them. Now, this game is a work in progress. As you've noticed, I was playing with some rules and even changing some of them during the game, and that's the way it works with this game. We're still in a stage of play testing and making it better. If you'd like a rule set, a PDF rule set of basic battles, and in particular basic battles super small skirmishes, you can go to the link below and download that document. Feel free to play along, try it out, and send me some feedback about how we can make this game system even better. If you like this kind of content, basic battles, and you want to see more of this, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I will continue producing more bat reps like this in the future. And most importantly, thank you for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming for the future of fantasy!
Basic Battles, tabletop games for kids.